Welcome to lesson 2 activity 1. So in this one we are going to develop a simple Java server page with the database support. So here you can see this is the interface that we need to have first. So let's start this project. So I will move to the Eclipse and I'm going to create a new dynamic web project, and the project name is activity 5, and the other configurations are okay now. So I will move to next, and here so we will go next, then I will click finish. Since this is a JSP one, so we don't need this web.xml deployment descriptor here, so we will click finish. Okay, so this is the activity 5, and in this one we can see that we are having the folder structure here, and also web app folder structure is also available. Okay, let's move to the activity. So here we need to have this simple JSP interface. So it's a company Q&A forum. So we will first design this interface. So I will go to this web app. I'm going to create new JSP file. So I'm going to name this as index and go next, and HTML5 finish. So we'll add the title as ABC company. Then so here we need to have a header, ABC company Q&A forum. Okay, and then the next part, so we need to have a text area. So here I will use a kind of a table structure here. So first row will have only one column, so that is type your question here. Okay, type your question here. Okay, and then we need to have a text area. So I will add another table row here, and this will be text area. Okay, and I will have calls 25 and rows again rows 15 to this text area, and I will name this as question. Okay, and then we need to have a send button here. So I will add another tr here, and this will be input type equal submit and value equal send. Okay, so this will be the send button. So now this part is kind of a form here, because we are going to submit this information to the server. So therefore I will add a form tag in between these two. form, so I'm going to take this part and I'm going to include it inside the form. Okay, and here, so we don't need any ID, but we need to have a method. So here method will be post and action to where we are going to submit. So think that we are going to submit this into question.jsp. Okay, so now so I'm going to format this code a little bit. Okay, so now this is the first part, so I will run this one and we'll see how it's going to display. Okay, so this is the form, but we'll do some modifications to this one. So I'll use 45 here, and this one I will use style text line right. Okay, so let's see what's happened now. Okay, now it's very much similar to this one. Again, we need to load this information in this searching for, and we need to load some already posted questions from the database. So then first we need to have the database, so we will move to PHP MyAdmin, and we will create a database called ACT activity 5, and we will go to the SQL, and here you can see in this activity, so we are having this SQL query. So we are going to run this query now. Okay, everything executed correctly, and if I go to this one, so you can see the questions table is there, and these are the already added questions. So now we will see how we are going to load these questions to this interface. So now we are going to add a little bit of dynamic part into this application. So now so first we will add a sample data here. So according to our activity, so we need to have some kind of text. Is this you are searching for? So I will add that text here. You are searching for. Okay, and then we need to add the link here. So okay, for now we will add okay, so according to our activity, so once we click this one, so we need to go to JSP page called answer. So we will still we didn't create that one, but we will add it like this here, answer.jsp, and we are going to pass a kind of ID here. So still we don't have the ID, so we will keep it like this, and some text is here. So if I run this on now, so you can see this is what we need. So in this one you can see it's very much similar to this one, but now we need to load these questions dynamically from the database. So let's see how we are going to do that part. And so I will format this code Okay, so we need to add some dynamic part into this here. So before that, I need to create a connection with the database. So we are using DB connector class. So I will go to the source main Java, and I'm going to create a new class called DB connector. So this DB connector class, so when I'm going to connect an application to the database, so we need to have certain resources. So that means we need to have a database and we need to have a driver, because we are going to connect a Java application with the MySQL database. So therefore we can have JDBC driver and username, password. So those are things we need to have. So first we will create these variables. So I will create these as static parts. First the driver. So the static, this should be string driver equal com dot mysql dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, so like this we can have URL and user and password. Okay, after that so we are going to add the URL now. So we can get some sample URL from this one. So I will go here, and this is a sample URL. So I'm going to copy this one and paste it here. So this should be activity 5 according to our one. So I will use test user as the username, and again test user as the password. So now we are going to create the connection. So before that we will okay, so we will create a method here. So public static, so we are going to return connection. So public static connection, so we will add it from java.sql package connection, and get connection return con. So we need to create a con object here, connection con equal now. Okay, so now we are going to connect. So we are going to connect, so we need to first we need to register the driver. So you can use class dot phone name, and this should be driver. Okay, then so here you can see we are getting some exceptions, so we will use try catch, surround with the try catch. So after that we are going to create the connection. So we will call to driver manager dot get connection, and we need to pass URL, username and password like this. Okay, so here again we will get some SQL exceptions, so we will add exceptions to the existing catch one. So then we can resolve it like this. So then after that we are going to return this connection. So once you add this one, so remember to add the driver as well. So I will go to the source and I will format this code a little bit, and now I will go the activity 5 and properties, and here so we can go to this Java build path, and here you can see the libraries available. So we need to add external library here. So there is MySQL connector. So we are going to edit like this and apply, and again you can go to this deployment assembly and check whether so the drive is there or not. So the drive is not there, so we are going to add the drive again. So archive from the file, and next add MySQL connector and apply and close. Okay, so now we have added the drive as well. So now we will move to this code here. So now we are going to add some dynamic code. So I will add the scriptlet tag like this. So first is we need to create a query here. So because we are going to get some data from the database side, so we will create the query. So the query is select all from questions. Okay, so this is the query. So now we are going to create a prepared statement here, pstmt equals, so we are going to call to the we are going to get the connection, so we can call to dbconnector class, and we can call to get connection method, and then we are going to prepare the statement by using the query that we have defined previously. Okay, so now we don't have anything to add here, so like any parameters to add. So therefore I will create a result set called rs, and then I'm going to execute this query. Okay, so then we will see whether, okay, not if, so we need to travel through this result set. Therefore I'm using while loop here, while rs dot next. So we are going to get these values, and we are going to place these values like this. So I will copy this one and paste it here. So we need to break the scriptlet again here in this place, and we are going to start the scriptlet here in this place. Okay, so we will format this code. Okay, now this is the code. So now we need to add the question here. So this is how I'm going to add the question. So here we can use so we can use the expression tag, and then we can call to this rs dot get string, and here so we will go to the activity and we will see what is the column that we need to access. So here the questions are with this question column. So I will put it like this, question. And the same way we need to add the ID as well. So I'm going to add the ID here. Okay, so this should be ID. Okay, so now we will run this code, and let's see whether we are having any issues. Okay, we got some issues. So let's see what's that. Okay, so there's a problem with the server. So let's go here and try to start this one. Okay, so we will go here and we'll try to stop these two services, and we will start only the MySQL in this case. Okay, now we are going to run it again. Okay, again we got the same issue. Okay, let's see. So first we will close this Eclipse, and so we will open this Eclipse again. Then we will see whether our problem resolved here. Okay, now we will run this one again. Okay, so we're having some issues. Okay, the compilation error is there, so that is because of this one, because I am using this DB connector, but this time also I have added this DB connector under this default package, so that is the problem. So I'm going to create a package here. So I will go new and I'm going to create a package. So com.classes finish, and I'm going to add this package DB connector here. Okay, and remove it from here. Okay, now it's there. So now we will go here and we will try to edit. So now you can see that was added to my page. So now I'm going to run this one again. Okay, we will restart the server. Okay, now you can see all these questions are loading from the database. So this is the first part of this activity. So all the questions are loading, and now the next part of this one is, so we need to add answer.jsp. so that means once user click on this one, so it should go to the answer.jsp. so I will create that one now. So we will go to this project again, and here, so we will create a new JSP file called answer.jsp. answer.jsp, and so this will be the answer. So again here, so we are going to connect with the database, so I'm going to copy these code lines again. So in this case, select all from questions where id equal to some value, because we are passing the id first. We will get the id, so its id should be an int. So we will use qid equal, so we are going to get it from the request dot get parameter, and here it should be id, because from this page we are passing the key as the id here, as you can see. So therefore it should be id, and normally this is actually a string value. The request is actually returning a string value, so therefore we need to convert this to we need to convert this integer dot pass int, and here, so we will use request dot get parameter, and this one. So we need to close the bracket here. Okay, now so I'm going to format this one. Okay, so we will so we are having this prepared statement, and result set here, and DB connector. Okay, so now again before running this one, this case we need to set a value here, pstmt dot set int, and the placeholder will be 1 and id qid. Okay, now we will run it. We can get the result set like this. So this case we don't have many, so we have only one, so therefore we will use if. So we will have a paragraph here, and so we will have answer is, and we will print the answer here. Okay, so we will call to rs.getString and answer. So we will go to our activity, and again we will see this is the column name, so we will add this column name here like this. So let's see how it's going to work now. So I'm going to run this one again. So I click on this question. So once I click on this question, you can see that answer is, you can check the lid. Okay, so now that part is already also completed, and then we need to implement this send button. So once user click on this send button, so we need to save this question to the question table. So we will implement that part as well. So the send button, once the user click on this send button, so it will send these inputs the question.jsp. So we will create this page now. So I'm going here, and I'm going to create a new JSP file, and question.jsp is the name, and we will select HTML5. Okay, so actually in this case we are not going to use any HTML things here, because it's just to add to the database, and after that we will redirect this user again back to the index.jsp page. So therefore we will create this as a PO JSP file, and so we are getting the question. So we will create string question equal request dot get parameter, and the parameter here, the parameter will be question. Okay, so now again we are going to connect to the database. So we will use the same steps that we have followed in the previous case. So we will add it like this. So the query, now the query should be insert into, and here ID is an auto increment one, so therefore we don't need to add anything to the ID, but we need to add information to the question and the answer. So insert into questions, here the fields will be question, answer, and then values. So values will be two values. Okay, okay, like this, and here also we need to add this packages. Now in this case it's not a result set, because we are going to run a insert query, so that means execute update we are going to use here, and that will return an int value, number of rows affected. So therefore we can use int a. So if a is greater than 0, that means we did some changes to the database, so here we have added it. So then we will use response dot send redirect to the index.jsp page again. Okay, so now we are getting the question, and we are going to add the question and answer, and we need to set the values for this question and answer, because here you can see that we are having two placeholders. So the first placeholder, so we are going to use pstmt dot set string, string, and here the first one is the question, so we have the question here. Question, and again we need to have another one, that is for the second placeholder, answer. So we don't have any answer, so therefore no answer. So we'll add the default text here, no answer. Okay, now so I'm going to run this one again. So I'm going to add a test question, and I will click send. Okay, now you can see the test question is here. Once I click test question, so no answer. So that is what I have defined there. So that's all about this activity. So here we have created this interface, and then we have dynamically load these already added questions, and then once user click on this question, so he will actually move to the answer.jsp page to view the answer, and then the send button will actually save the questions to the question table. So this is our application. So here you can see I will add another question here, test question 2. So here we don't have test question 2. Once I click on this send, so now you can see the test question 2 is there. So once I click on this test question 2, so you can see the answer is no answer, because we have defined the answer as no answer. Okay, so that's all about this video, and we will meet again with another video. Thank you.